how do you tell as a man who is a good quality woman? What are the signs that showcase so that you know a woman is there for the right reasons, is someone that deserves your time, your energy, your money, your protection, etc.?
Okay, it's a landmine question right
there.
There
You go.
The first thing I'm going to say, I'm going to caveat this. I don't like caveats, but I'm going to caveat this by saying that I'm not yet engaged or married, so I don't want to be like speaking with so much authority on this because I'm not there yet. But in terms of, so we're talking like green flags, basically.
Yeah, I want to do green and red.
Yeah. This is funny. I don't think it's that hard. I think it's much harder to be like a quality man than to be a quality woman.
Okay. How so?
I think that because femininity is more passive and masculinity is more active. Mm-hmm. So as a woman, as a girl, as a woman, you are born with more innate value in many ways, innate social and cultural value than a boy or a man is. And as a woman, you don't have to hunt, right? If a woman never needs to approach a man in her life from a sexual or a dating perspective at all. Like as a man, you have to do everything. If you're a man and you don't take action, nothing good happens in your life. Mm-hmm. As a woman, you don't have to take action for good things to come to you. You attract more. Women attract. Men have to hunt and pursue and go on these adventures in all sorts of different ways in order to gain value and resources. I'm not just talking money. I'm talking about social standing. Mm-hmm. I'm talking, yes, of money and resources, respect, all of that stuff. And with those things these are the things that make you an attractive man. Mm-hmm. So a lot of women will complain that a lot of men see them as sex objects, and fair enough, maybe some do. You could also say that women see men as success objects, mm-hmm. right? So if you're a man who's not successful in any department, you're not attractive, mm-hmm. right? You've got to have certain things going for you, and to have that, you typically have to work for them. Even if you're a handsome dude, even if you're like an objectively good-looking dude, if you just go out there and you like hang around, like no one's going to approach you, mm-hmm. like a hot girl's going to get approached, right? Mm-hmm. A hot dude can't just go to a bar. I'm just going to stand and look pretty, and like girls are going to come up and like it's not going to happen. Offer to buy him drinks or whatever, right? A beautiful woman can literally stand there, and like dudes are there, like she's there, like flicking them, like getting not
got
you,
a fly swatter.
Yeah, exactly, right? Her whole life, every single day. Yeah. This is not the reality of a man. Mm-hmm. Even if you're a so-called high-value man, that's not the reality. You still have to hunt. Women will never understand truly the amount of rejection that men go through. Men just rejection constantly in so many different ways. And I think that, I don't, just like there's things as a man that there's things that women go through that I'm never going to really be able to understand. Mm-hmm. I can try my best to empathize and be compassionate, but I'm never going to get it. I've never had a period. I'm never going to. Never going to get pregnant. It's not happening, even if I identify as a woman.
That's not what the leftists tell me. They told me you can get a period, and I heard that, what's his name? Dylan Mulvaney or whatever.
Oh, gosh.
I heard that he gets period, and it hurts.
Yeah, it's not happening. And then on the flip side, there's certain things that men go through, and it's just our reality, and other men can empathize with it, but a woman's never going to like totally get that. So, sorry, I feel like I'm going a little bit off base.
No, that's all good information too, though. I like it.
But to answer the question, leading on from this, I think that a lot of I think the fight for, say in like the dating market, or what people call the sexual marketplace, is a bit of a weird term. I think men recognize that you have to like really up your game and level up, mm-hmm. right? Women need to up their game and level up too, but in a different way. Oftentimes it's more maintaining and preserving the innate natural value that you actually have been blessed with as a woman, and not mm-hmm. destroying and corrupting that, right? Not allowing all these external forces and certain social behaviors and all this stuff to turn you from a, what would have been a good woman into like this toxic, awful, modern, crazy person. right? I'd say literally, as a woman, like, okay, I didn't even come here to give advice, but literally, like, maximize your looks, be in good physical shape. Here, I'm going to tell you something I've never said out loud. I'm going to tell you something I've never said out loud. And I think that most men know this is true, even though some wouldn't. I think if you think about this for 3 seconds, you'll realize it's true. Most young women who are not fat are at least somewhat physically attractive. Most men find most women at least quite attractive if they haven't ballooned up to a weight where they're no longer doing so. That's actually a great example of what I said about maintaining the value, like not doing things and engaging in certain things that then prevent you from being attractive. It's more like just maintain. But okay, let me actually answer the question now, because my brain is jumping around all over the place. Green flags, genuine kindness, care for appearance, genuine values and morals and ethics, like actually having, I think that's attractive very, in both genders, like actually having some real principles and beliefs and standing on things. Honestly, being sweet, not being annoying. And just having for long term, exhibiting. Here, I'll give another bit of free game here.
Wait, I want to just ask you this before. Let's say that all those characteristics, say you meet that girl and she works at McDonald's.
Doesn't matter.
Every guy who sits in this chair tells me that.
And I'll tell you what, the more successful and competent the man, the less he's going to care. I
hear this from, I had Justin here. I had every guy that sits in the chair, Rolo, all the same thing. But I ask it because I think it's an important distinction, because women would care. If you presented a guy that had all those things, or a guy and he worked at McDonald's, they'd be like, I'm out.
And by the way, that makes complete sense.
Right.
If you understand basic biology and what men are looking for in women and what women are looking for in men, and you get off all the men and women are the same nonsense, it's obvious why these things are not equal. And people can complain about double standards. Double standards exist between the genders and so on in multiple ways. But they exist for a reason, not just because people are mean or because society is mean. And then, okay, I think those are all like what I'd call girlfriend qualities. And then I think on a deeper level, if a man is in this position in life and this is and he's looking for marriage or at least a long-term relationship, that's when you look at wife and mother qualities, which is a different realm. And I think a lot of women don't understand that that's a different realm.
What does that entail for you?
This entails me looking at a woman and thinking, number one, is this someone who we are so compatible? This is where values really matter. The actual value alignment. I would say, I can be, you can physically attracted to, any woman who's physically attractive, but in order to have a serious relationship, our values and our visions and our worldviews are going to need to align to some degree. It doesn't need to be 100%, but they need to, there's fundamental things where if we strongly disagree on us, just like, this is not going to work, right? Like we have to have some of the same core morality. And then you also have to be able to respect the differences that do exist and to be able to talk about them. But then, like I said, I mean, if a man is looking for a woman to like really take seriously to the point of considering having a family with and committing with for life, then that's really, you're looking at, okay, is this woman going to would she be a good mother?
Okay.
Would she be a good mother? And that's a whole different, that's like a whole different ball game. Cause the level of commitment there, then you're thinking differently, because you're not just thinking about yourself anymore.
Right.
You're not just thinking, okay, am I physically attracted to her and do we get on well? There's a lot of women you can be physically attracted to and you get on well.
Yeah.
So those are all women you can date. But all those women you can date doesn't mean that that's the person you should have a whole family with. That's when you need to like think a lot deeper and really, kind of go hard on certain things.
So I want to close with this. Then we're going to get to the final. Do we have super chats in there? Okay, good. So we'll get to those at the end. So one last question on this, because what I find is what I'm trying to get to the guys on. Guys are sometimes drawn in by the hot girl. You're very visual. You know, beauty is a powerful thing in a woman. I always say that. So you're drawn in, right? So you got that hot girl. What are the red flags that you could see in a hot girl that would tell you she may be a 9.8 out of 10? She looks amazing, but
talk to her.
Resist.
Talk to her.
But what would those, like, is promiscuity? If you get a sense that she's promiscuous, is it she's got,
that's one.
You know, her phone, she won't let you look at it? Or is it like, what are the things that they can in their life say, oh, she did this, this is something's going on here?
Man, it's hard for me to articulate because I think it's obvious to me. Is it just a
vibe? Oh, it's
obvious.
Yeah,
it's obvious to me. It's like,
I don't think it's so obvious to everybody, though. I think that female beauty can kind of like hypnotizes, and then she's, you know, asking to go out, do girls' night out half naked, and she wants you to stay home, and they're like, well,
like, these are such obvious red flags, right? Like,
but it's not even, it's obvious to you. I'm telling you.
Okay, let me think. Okay, if I need to think explicitly, like,
put them on the spot.
Drug use, heavy drinking, promiscuity, uses a ton of profanity, has tons of male friends and orbiters.
Male friends.
Is freaking doing OnlyFans or putting her booty on Instagram or whatever, like all that sort of stuff. Just has bad morals, like just doesn't have like supports the wrong stuff, is a raging hardcore feminist, super pro-abortion or whatever. Like all these things, like they're not even red flags. They're like alarms.
Guys struggle with this. I got to be honest. I think if a girl is like not that hot,
they're better.
It's like your head is on your shoulders, and then a hot girl is there, and it's just like, I don't even know. Does the oxygen leave the brain? Like what goes on there? So
I'll tell you a good one. Is I'll tell you a good. Let me give guys a little game here, maybe if they're looking for their future wifey. And I'm saying this, and I'm not married yet, man. But I think there's asking questions about certain outside situations and seeing what their take on it is.
That's good.
Right? So if there's say girls like celebrity gossip, right? Say there's a situation that's happened in a celebrity relationship. Oh. Right? A divorce, infidelity, whatever.
Giselle.
Ask what their thoughts on it are.
Oh, that's good. It will inform their world, like their view of how maybe they'd manage their own relationship.
Find a celebrity couple where you know, the man has cheated on the woman, or the woman has cheated on the man, or the woman's, you know, divorced and taken them. Like, just bring up the topic and see what her take on it is.
Maybe I'll do a little love connection.
See what her take on it is. If she's siding with the woman who just, you know, jacked the dude and screwed him over or whatever,
bad sign.
Get out of there, bro. Like, oh no, really? Like, get out of there. Yeah, literally, get out of there. If she's like, if she's rationalizing or excusing stuff that's clearly like wrong or bad decisions or whatever in these situations, then that's a big one, actually.
If you want to watch the full episode, you're going to click right here. And if you want to ask me a question one-on-one, you want to do a one-on-one FaceTime with a group of your friends, whatever you want, you need to download Connect right now. Click right here and let's get talking.